Hi guys, welcome back my bookish babes to another video. Today we are doing a 5-star book review. All right, so a book I just recently finished. I gave it 5 stars because I absolutely loved it and I feel like everybody needs to go buy this book and read it. All right, but before we get into the video, I'm going to do 2 disclaimers. All right, 1, I know you can hear my loud ass air conditioning going, all right? However, it is 101 degrees in Anaheim today, and I will not, in fact, be turning off my air conditioning to film this video because I do not want to die, all right? And I know you don't want me to die, so we're just gonna have to deal, right? All right, cool. I'm glad we agreed. Second, I look like this because I have an interview today, a second interview. It's in person for a corporate job, and so it's business casual. And so I'm wearing the slacks, the ponytail, makeup, everything, the whole shebang, because that interview is coming up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, the book in question today, or I guess it's not really a question because I know that I loved it. The book of mention, I should say, today is The Lonely Heart Book Club by Lucy Gilmore. All right, this is a contemporary fiction. I'm not sure when it was published, but I think it's pretty recently. But let me just read you the synopsis and then let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. All right, so it says, everybody has a reason to get lost inside a book. Sloane Parker lives in a small, contained life. She lives a small, contained life as a librarian in her small, contained town. She never thinks of herself as lonely, but still she looks forward to that time every day when old curmudgeon Arthur McLaughlin comes in to browse the shelves and cheerfully insult her. Their sparring is such a highlight of Sloane's day that when Arthur doesn't show up one morning, she's instantly concerned. And then another day passes, and then another. Anxious, Sloane tracks the old man down only to discover him all but bedridden and desperately struggling to hide how happy he is to see her. Wanting to bring more cheer into Arthur's gloomy life, Sloane creates an impromptu book club. Slowly, the lonely misfits of their sleepy town begin to find one another, and in their book club, they find the joy of unlikely friendship. Because, as it turns out, everybody has a special book in their heart and a reason to get lost and eventually found within the pages. All right, so this book is about books and a book club. All right, so it's about fellow people who also love book. And for my bookworms out there, the ones who get it, the ones who don't. This book, because it is about books, automatically makes it better, right? So this book is really cute because Sloane is I want to say she's in her later 20s, and she kind of feels lonely and lost in her life. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's unhappy. She doesn't know how to stand up for herself, because she doesn't want to make a ripple. She's a mediator for a lot of people in her job and her home life. She's not the person to stand up. And then in comes this old grumpy man, and they banter about books, and suddenly she finds herself growing a backbone, and she finds a spark within her life and within herself. And as the back of the book says, poor Arthur, he's old and he's lonely, so when he gets sick and can no longer take care of himself, he has no one. So Sloane valiantly agrees to help sort his books, because he's too proud to say that she needs to take care of him. So she sorts and organizes his home library, to kind of keep an eye on him. And as these two souls, unlikely friends, become friends, they also meet other people. For example, there's Arthur's neighbor, Maisie. She's a 44-year-old woman who has a horrible relationship with her 16-year-old daughter. She desperately wants to connect with people. And then there's Sloane's coworker. His name's Mateo, and he's trying anything other than He's trying to live outside of his mother's shadow, and he's jumping from job to job, never really trying to be happy, let himself be happy or get too close to people. We also have Greg, who's Arthur's long lost grandson, because Arthur had a falling out with his daughter, Greg's mother, and so Greg also finds himself lonely because he doesn't have any other family. And so these 5 people come together and they form an amazing friendship. And I found myself just swooning over this book because it's told in chunks of different point of views. So it starts with Sloane's, then it goes to Maisie, and then it goes to Mateo, then it goes to Greg, and then Arthur, and then back to Sloane for the end. And you find yourself so intrigued in these people and wanting to give them a hug. And it's like, as book lovers, we relate to finding ourselves within books. And it's just, let me see if I can find a quote. One of the quotes that I think encompasses the whole book club is, we weren't good and we weren't whole, but we were getting by for now. That's one of the ones I highlighted. Another quote that explains one person's situation, but I think a lot of us can relate to, is, once things got bad, we didn't get outside a lot, so reading together was our only way of experiencing the world. Even though our surroundings were confined, we went so many places together and shared so many adventures. And I think that's just such a special way to explain the escapism books can give you. It's so sweet. Another quote: life stories were written in ink, not pencil. Once they were down, the only thing you could do was turn the page. And I loved this quote because so often we're so stuck in the past and on our regrets and things that we wish we could change. But I love how it says they're written in ink, not in pencil. We cannot change the past. The only thing we could do is turn the page and make the change going forward, and I really love that, because I find myself wanting to get caught up in the past and everything like that. So I really loved that quote. I'm just going through and looking at all my highlighted quotes. A lot of these have kind of spoilers in them, so that's why I'm trying to pick the vaguer ones. This one's a good one. It says, she just said that when I couldn't find the words to say what was in my heart, when my throat got too tight and all I wanted to do was boil over, I could always find myself in a book. And I think that that's the whole point of this book club, it's just getting to be with fellow lonely people who are having trouble connecting with themselves and connecting with the world, and just, even if it's a debate over a book, it's just finding that meaning and, finding yourself within the words of a page and defining exactly how you feel is one of the most magical feelings ever, because sometimes you really don't know how to put into words what you're feeling, and a book sometimes just says it better, and you're just like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. And so I know I've read you some quotes, I've told you my feelings. I really want to emphasize how much I love this book, and I think everyone should read it. It's honestly, I think it's got something for everyone, There are male main characters who are going through things. There are female main characters going through things. The language is very easy to understand. It's very concise. It's witty. It's beautifully written. It's emotional. It really touches your heartstrings. It's just a really beautiful book. And I think, honestly, everyone could get something out of this. So please add this book to your TBR. I don't think you will regret it. Yeah. So that is my most recent 5-star read and my review of it. I really hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and comment what your most recent 5-star read is. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right. And I hope you have the best reads you can find. Bye.